Hello, everybody. So recently, I was talking with somebody. So somebody was sitting next to me, and they had this book that was lying on top of them in their lap. It was called "From Illusions to Enlightenment." And so I was like, "Hey, can I look into your book?" So I was looking into the book and was reading about the difference between the divine love and human love. And then we started talking, and this woman was talking about her life and everything she's been through. And when you talk to people, you hear that they have certain reference points by which they understand reality. You hear what they believe in, what is difficult for them, how they handle it, how they relate to society, to their own life, what their view of the whole process is, the whole unfolding of life is. You hear, like, you pick up on certain things, and then you realize, like, whoa, other people who have maybe had different experiences on a physical level, emotional level, energetic level, they have different reference points. So they have different experiences which allow them to relate from a different place or with different information to events. They have different perspectives. And so this woman, at one point, she said maybe she just needed to lock herself up in a mountain, in a cave, in a hut. I don't remember exactly what she said, and just meditate for till she gets enlightened, or ... Now, when I heard that, somehow it didn't resonate with me. Because all of a sudden it made me remember. It made me remember when I started, well, not then. Then it was more like I just felt it didn't resonate. But now I remember when I started meditation and spirituality and connecting with your deeper self and finding peace and balance, all these kind of things. I had this idea of what I wanted, right? And I had, like, by doing this, I will get there. And now, when she said that, I realized it, like, whoa, it's like an idea in the mind, like, to get to enlightenment, whatever the image or the idea or the concept of enlightenment is, you need to do this, and then you'll get there. And it's like an idea, and you almost are like trying to force yourself to do this to get somewhere. And it's a thought. You're following a thought, and because you've heard other people talk about these things, or like, I'm not saying these experiences have no value. For sure they have. But I mean, how many people have done that, have really done that, and how many of them have really become enlightened after that? I don't know. I've never been to a Vipassana retreat. Anyway, for me, it didn't resonate. What resonated for me all of a sudden was, yeah, you could do that, or you could ask for guidance. You could ask, pray to God, to your guardian angel, to the divine. You could pray and ask for guidance. Now, the difference for me, it feels like, is that, imagine you're on your path, and then you have this idea, this imagination, this thought bubble. I want to go to this place, so I need to go there and do this, and then I'll get this result. And then it's like you're gonna force yourself to stand to from where you are to get to a certain place, right? And the thing is, for me, it feels like one way, one perspective of going about it. But another way is, what if here you ask for guidance from God, from the divine, from angels, from your guardian angel to help you? And then for me, in my own journey, what I noticed is that once you start having mystical experiences, once you start having energetic experiences, and your energy body you become more aware of the energetics, and you start to have experiences, like doing CAP, kundalini activation process, had a lot of experiences there, which informed my way of relating to myself and the world, and which also through that it like opened this way for me to like, I'm having all these kind of experiences. It was like a reference point, a point where it was like I started to feel more and more, and I started to see. I remember after one of the kundalini activation process sessions, the next day I just started to ask my guardian angel things. And gradually, I didn't notice it over time, I started to develop this connection, this relationship with the other side, or the energetic world, or the divine, my guardian angel, praying to God. And I noticed, like before, when I was praying or when I was like asking for help, it would be like in my mind. I would ask and I would sincerely, ask and think about it. But now I was praying and I was speaking things aloud or feeling them. I could feel energy. It was like different. Like the way that it was happening, it was different. The quality of it was different. So I was like, whoa. Okay. And then I would notice that when I would pray, things would happen. I would be at the right time, at the right place. Things would fall in a synchronistic way, and I would meet the right people. It was so amazing for me to notice that. And for me, it seems like, okay, if you do it like this, it's like wherever you are in your process, wherever you are, if you're here, right? If you're here, you ask your guardian angel for help, you ask God for help, you ask the divine for help, and then you are like on an energetic level, or I don't know how, you get like supported. You open yourself up to it. You take this position of, I don't know. I know more or less what I want, or I feel where I want to go, but I don't know. I know my understanding is limited. And it's interesting. When you ask for help, all of a sudden, there's like a next step that's revealing to you. And take this step, and then this step, and then this step, and you start to take these steps. And when you look back, you realize you're going through these moments where you're developing certain experiences, working with the shadow, relationships, connecting, doing purification with the body, like all these kind of different aspects of your life. There's like a development that starts to occur there. And you're realizing all of a sudden, when you look back, you're like this person who's developed this relationship with the divine, and you're maturing, you're transforming. Your identity, your personality, your habits, all these kind of things change. Like different aspects of your container change, of your body, of your mind, like different things change. Trust begins to develop. And intuition, you start to trust intuition more. And it's interesting because then you're looking back and you're seeing like you're coming more and more and more and more into embodying your higher self. You're letting go of the old things, but it's all happening in a perfect way, in a perfect and graceful way, in a let's say, in divine timing. And you realize, like, you've done this inner child work, you've done this, you've done that. And then when you talk with people, when you meet other people, you can sense where they are at, more or less. What part of their journey they're at, or what their focus is on. And you realize more and more for yourself, you are now at a place more and more where you really feel clearly, very clearly, what do I want? What is my mission? What is my purpose? What do I really want in this world? And then you realize you're taking the steps, and it's actualizing, it's manifesting, and you're coming more and more into embodying what you really value, into embodying your highest self, into embodying these qualities of love and peace. But it's because you're doing the work. There's a quote by David R. Hawkins, and it's interesting what he says there. He says, the core of spiritual work is aligned with undoing and the unloading of the mind rather than its enrichment. That's interesting, right? And when you go through certain processes, when you go through certain trainings, you go through certain programs, you go through certain retreats, you realize that there is an untangling and unwinding happening, and there is more expansion, more spaciousness, more freedom that you start to feel. And so for me, I told her that, like, you could ask, you could do this, like I did this, just close your eyes and just say, if there is a God, I ask for his help now. And just feel into that. And you can say this 2-3 times and just, or I give permission to my guardian angel to help me right now. Just say this 2-3 times in the morning, or whenever, or about a particular situation. Please God, I need guidance with this, I need help with this. Help me with this in a perfect and graceful way. Or ask your guardian angel for help with certain things, or to bring you more clarity, or whatever. Allow yourself to, from this place of stillness, of emptiness in yourself, to really sense, where do you need guidance, where do you need help, and ask. So I told her that, but then the thing is, maybe she didn't have certain reference point moments in her lives with energy work, with angelic energies, or these kind of things, right? So maybe she doesn't really believe in it. Maybe she thinks that this is something like woo-woo. Maybe she thinks because she cannot feel it, she cannot experience it, or rather, she hasn't experienced it yet, or she's not aware. She's not aware of the experiences, or she hadn't had any awareness of these experiences in her life. So then she doesn't trust it that much. Or she cannot put faith into it, because for her it's just words. I'm painting a story for her, and she's seeing images, or she's hearing this story, and she has a certain image about it, a certain perception about it. And then I realize I can only give her a perspective. I can only share her a perspective. And it's up to her if it resonates to her or not, that she wants to try it out. For instance, I can honestly say doing kundalini activation process really helps, really supports you in opening into your body, into the energy system, into an awareness of the energetic body that you have. Not energies, like I said, energy system, but I mean, like, you have more and more awareness of the energetics, the energy body, and you can have visions, you can have experiences and consciousness, you can have all kinds of different revealing or revelations kind of moments in your sessions, which are profound, really profound. But I guess you can also experience things with plant medicines, with breath work, with different things. So I understood for her, I can only share this. And I told her, because I've done this myself, The Reconnection by Eric Pearl. It's a very simple thing. It's a 2-day process. You just go, you can Google about it. You can go, you can find a facilitator. It's a 2-day process where you more or less get realigned or reconnected to your original blueprint. So I just told her that, and whatever she does with it, fine. We talked for 2 hours. We didn't ask each other's name. We didn't exchange phone numbers or anything. It was just like this very, very spontaneous moment, very interesting moment. I wonder, what do you guys think? Like, I can honestly say, once you become more aware of these dynamics, and there is trust and there is a leaning into that, like, okay, instead of having this idea of what I want and, going towards that or doing things that I think will get me there, I'm asking for guidance, and I'm trusting into pure inspiration. I'm trusting into guidance, and I'm taking the steps. And while I'm taking the steps, I'm not focusing on becoming something, on getting enlightened or getting to a certain state or being something. I'm actually, from my perspective, from my feeling, is I'm taking steps that my guides, that my guardian angel, that the divine God, that help me to take the steps that I'm ready for, that are in alignment with my soul, or that are like helping me to evolve, to grow, to expand. And it's the step that I'm ready for. So I start from where I am, and I'm taking this step, and I'm taking this step, and I'm taking this, and more and more and more, there's this transformation that's occurring. But I'm not focused on this goal, I'm focused on the process. I tune in, I ask for guidance, I receive guidance, and I go into the direction I'm pointed at, and I go into the process. I go into, and now this, and now this, and now this, and now this. So I wonder what you think about this. Please let me know, and share your thoughts. Thank you.